Alrighty then. Hello. Greetings. Good afternoon. Why is that so far away? Come back here. Come here. My microphone's running away. Hi, everyone. Hello. Good evening. It is so good to see all of you here on this late night if you're in Australia, which most of you aren't. Some of you are in New Zealand. Some of you are in Melbourne, which is still Australia. But, you know, if you aren't in these places, then good morning. Otherwise, I'm Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and we are going to be doing Twitch Plays City of Mist, our first season of a campaign set in a modern world, a fantasy setting in which mythos, legends, laws, mythologies, and magic have collided with modern-day life to grant normal people phenomenal powers, and that is what we are going to be doing today. It is 19 degrees, and for some reason I'm cold. What's wrong with me? Nothing. You're just normal. I mean, anything lower than 24 degrees, and I am not going outside without a jumper. That is me, in a nutshell. So there you go. It's a lazy Sunday for some of you, which is awesome. Great to hear. I love lazy Sundays. Lazy Sundays are the best. Pediola spent some time at the lake. That's really nice. That's awesome. It's beautiful. I went to a pizza shop for dinner. It was delicious. I had a honey cheese pizza. It was amazing. But yeah. So what are we doing here today? It's 4 right now. You're freezing. Cold. Ugh. I hate it. So what are we doing here today, guys? We are going to be embarking on our very first adventure. I say first adventure. We did a prequel adventure, as it were, or should I say more of a tester adventure, just to kind of see whether or not we could do this of City of Mist with our character Francis Burke. But now, having ironed out some of the little bugbears that float around here, we are now ready to start a campaign. Now, this is an ongoing campaign, which, of course, requires the most important of sponsors, and that is you guys. Your donations and your support is what's going to keep this adventure going. You know, it's not a requirement. You don't have to, and as you guys know, if you're in my channel, I'm always about donating and supporting responsibly, but this is the first show that's going to be run, played, and of course sponsored entirely by my audience. So I'm super keen on that. That's kind of a first for me. So we're gonna see what happens here. Yeah, that's the go. If you guys want to know more, do let me know. I will obviously fill out as much information as I can. We're still working out a few of the tech stuff, so the command is still set to all the old things at the moment, but there are, of course, if you guys would like to check them out, a few donation options for dealing with this particular game, which are all listed in there, and those will still count and those will still work. But yeah, let's go through some of the new stuff. So, new stuff is character sheet. Look at that! How cool is this? Boom! A character sheet for our character, or should I say, your character, throughout this game. This is Charlie West. Charlie West is a non-binary musician from the city who has been trying to carve out a name for themselves as a serious professional guitarist in a band. They have a number of different powers and abilities, which you guys are going to be able to tap into as we embark on our adventure. She is able to wield the powers of electricity and manipulate them to her whim, or to their whim, should I say. O-T-T, la dag. Yes, I know. I know. It's crazy. But yes, so they're going to be able to wield electricity at their whim, and that is going to be a major part of their identity. Personality, they are a troublemaker, because no good punk rocker is ever too far away from some trouble. Their training is in being a lead guitarist for this band. And their struggle is that they were raised in or by the slums. That is what, you know, that's kind of how she does things, or that's how they do things. I also do apologize. I am very, very new to the non-binary pronouns for myself, especially when performing. So I ask that you please be kind, and of course realize that I am going to be doing my best, and it will take a little bit of time to get used to, and I will make the efforts to use the right pronouns wherever I can. Please do never stop reminding me, though. That's the important thing here, because ultimately I want to get it right. That's the important thing. All right. She, them, or non-binary. Yes, non-binary. They, them. They, them. They, them is I will in my brain. So, yeah, let's start with a few of the basics, starting with how to play City of Mist. City of Mist is a 2d6 game which revolves around you guys rolling 2d6 dice in order to determine success and failure. A result of 6 or less will result in a failure, a result of 7 or 9 will result in a success, and 10 or more will be a critical success. Now, in addition to you rolling these 2d6, we begin to add what's known as tags. These tags can be things that are relevant, that will help or increase our chances of success. For example, Charlie has the ability, or the tag should I say, of community family. This community family might be that maybe Charlie hadn't found out about a bit of information relative to what she's doing. Maybe that a newspaper has revealed something to Charlie and she needs more information. With her tag, community family, she might be able to talk to the newsagent and find out more information. Like, hey, what do you know about this? To try and convince the newsagent to give that information, we would make an investigation check, and Charlie would get to add the communal family tag to it, giving her a boost, or giving them a boost, and allowing them to be able to get that information. So that's the important thing there. Yeah, that's how we play. We end up using these characters. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, we end up using these tags, we end up using these characters, and we, move through the story as we do. Now, if you guys want to, well, you guys should, type in exclamation 2d6, and that is how we will be rolling the dice for this game, because you are going to be the ones in the wheelchair here. Hey, thank you so much, Petiola and Sumgen, coming in with our first $30 donations. Oh my god. All right. I believe that will give us a juice from Petiola and 2 power boosts, I think. Look at that. Oh, look at these numbers flying. All right. So let us add in. Now let me try this because I'm still getting used to some of the stuff. All right. So we are going to add in 2 power boosts. Oh, actually, sorry. Did you want a power boost, or would you like a... was the $10 loot box? Yes. Loot box or 2 power tokens. Let me know, please, Sumgen. And then we're going to add a juice. But check this out. I can actually go here, add a juice. The juice was from Petiola. Boom. There it is. Petiola inspiration. Boom. And there it is. I've got a juice that I can use for the purposes of later on. Loot. All right, very well. Please put into chat what particular type of loot you would like to give, and I will add it to the character sheet. This could be a weapon, it could be an item, it could be something useful. You can just let me know whenever you would like to, because obviously we haven't started the story. So if you find something that you think, oh, it'd be really cool if they had this, then let me know. All right. I think we're ready to go. I think we're good. Oh, right. Lastly, the actions that we take in combat. Now I have, check this out. I have this little drop-down menu that you can't see. Oh, no. So we have change the game, which allows us to alter or change the situation that we're in. We have convince, which allows us to talk to people, try to convince them of, changing their ways or doing something different. Face the danger, where we can go head to head with whatever is coming up against us, and defend ourselves. Go toe to toe in order to face the danger is kind of like defending. Go toe to toe is to battle with things. Hit it with all you got is to basically sacrifice something in order to try and hit it. Investigate, to investigate. Sneak around, which is to sneak. And, of course, take a risk, which means high reward, high risk action. But, yeah, that's it. This is it. These are the actions. They are written over there on the side at all times. We have our character. We have our stuff. Hey, there we go, Twitch baby. Thank you so much. Yay, Nemo. Are we going to name the Twitch baby? I haven't been naming my Twitch babies, to be honest. Mostly because it would be an injustice because I would always forget their names because I can barely remember my own name. I didn't even get the pronouns of my own characters right. But if you would like to name the Twitch baby, I do encourage you to. And I will love it. I will cherish it. And I will cherish the next one that we get as well. Yay. All right. So, without any further ado. Oh, of course, one last further ado. Guys. I know you see it. It's on the screen. How cool is this? Check it out. Hero Forge Minis. There we go. We do have one sponsor for the show, and that is, of course, none other than our dear friends over at Hero Forge. Now, Hero Forge, guys, the pandemic is slowly winding down. We are getting to the point where I'm hearing more and more about you guys getting onto tables and having fun around them, and what better way to commemorate these than with these amazing and incredible 3D minis that you can get printed over on Hero Forge. Get these around your table. You know, like I've been advertising them for ages, you know, amidst COVID and all that, with the tokens and all the VTTs and stuff. I am now so excited to be actually on tables with actual minis, and I cannot tell you enough how much these Hero Forge minis have made my life just absolutely incredible, because I've just had the tools that I've needed to bring the fun and joy of my games to life in the real world now. So yay! There it is. This character shoots great spectacular stuff. Feels more organized than Francis' one. Yeah, absolutely. A lot less hard on the screen. Do let me know if you are having trouble reading it, though. That's my biggest concern, because I can't read it very well, but, you know, there you go. I'm going to have to get back to my workshop setup and finish on my table. Yeah, good. Well, I mean, yeah, do that. All right, so. Let us begin episode 1. City of Mist. We find ourselves outside on the streets in the entertainment district. The sounds of cars and rushing vehicles seem to whiz past amidst the freshly fallen rain. While the storm seems to have long since subsided, we find ourselves under the varying streetlights that glow with neon against the skyscrapers and big city areas. The sounds of music can be heard down a dark and dingy alleyway. Some vagrants seem to pee on a nearby pile of trash. You can see that the further in to this alleyway that you get, the more kind of rough and ramshackle it appears. The glitz and lights of the city slowly begin to fade, as what you end up seeing is this graffiti-ridden slum. Several gatherings of young people seem to be chattering and enjoying their Friday night out, and all signs seem to point to what looks to be a pub. This pub is called the Twisted Nail. And the Twisted Nail is currently hosting a Battle of the Bands. Inside, the sounds of the band kicking off is just electric. The stomping of of people's feet, the cheering, the yelling, the ever so shrill shriek of the feedback that every once in a while cracks through on the loudspeakers can be heard even out here. Then, resting in a van, a white van, is our hero, Charlie. Bare midriff, purple, somewhat leatherish jacket, and tuning what looks to be a large electric guitar. Their features are quite angular, with tattoos, sort of tribal tattoos, on the shaved sides of her head, and a mohawk that is dyed green and electric blue, with small streaks of yellow. Oi, Charlie! Your band is about to go on. You've got 5 minutes before the set's done. You and your team ready? Charlie looks around. The other members of their band have not yet arrived. She looks to the guy and says, "Ready? Of course I'm ready. Who the fuck you think you are, huh? Alright, if next time I need to listen to an asshole, I'll just fart, okay? Yeah, we'll be on stage in just a minute." The large guy turns and walks back inside. He says, Alright. And fucking geezer. Pulls out some bubblegum from her jaw. Sticks it to the roof of the van. Where the fuck are these guys? Alright. To begin with, we are going to create Charlie's band. What should I say? The community is going to create Charlie's band. Now, first of all, we need a kick-ass band name. So I'm going to ask the audience to, in chat, throw out some ideas for what is the name of our band. Our character is so confrontational. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Our character finds it tough to be kind, as per her personality. She is hostile to rich people. What else? She can't trust people. There's always that too. Yeah, she's definitely very angry. All right, the Death Ray. Ooh, that's a cool one. Death Ray. I'm gonna write that down. Death Ray. All right. Thank you. Death Ray. All right. Other suggestions? The Pigeon Wranglers. Death Ray. Pigeon Wrangler. Ooh, I'm gonna throw one in. Shock and Awe. That's a good one. Rage Against the Assholes. Lightning Riders. Ooh, that's a good one. I love that one. That's a cool one. And one more good one. Storm Chasers. Ah, that's a good one. Alright, let's do a Twitch vote and see what our band's name is gonna be. By the way, the music that you are hearing is actually a soundscape from none other than frickin' Sirenscape. Sirenscape for awesome sounds, as always. Also, do I see a Matthew Perkins in chat? Hello, Matthew. Greetings, my friend. Stay a while and listen. We are currently naming the name of our band for our character for City of Mist. This is, of course, a Twitch Plays game, so you are playing the role of this character. Their name is Charlie, and they are a musician, a guitarist, actually. And yes, we are naming their band, so we've got the choices of Death Ray, Pigeon Wrangler, Wranglers, Shock and Awe, Lightning Riders, and Storm Chasers. Alright, 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Boom, there it is. Thunder Goose. If the music's too faint, let me know. I'll boost it up a bit. Yeah, I have no problem boosting up the music. If that's a bit better, let me know. Alright, cast your votes. There you go. I just turned it up, Redial. Let me know. Alright, cool. Sweet. Okay, and while we are deciding on the band name, guys, we need members of our band. I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to find a random generator here. Let's have a look. So, name generator. Okay. MC notes. Here we go. Boom. How good's that? MC notes. Freaking amazing. Alright. So, band name. Boom. Lead guitarist. Charlie. Bass guitarist. I think we need a 4-piece band. Drums. Keyboard. Boom. Alright. Drummer with long ass pink hair. Yeah, I'll make. Look, once we do these, I'll make Hero Forge characters. All right, the band name is by a breath of one, the Pigeon Wranglers. All right, so Charlie. The name of our first band member is boom. All right. Our bass guitarist is Sonia Stevenson. On drums, we have Reese England. And lastly, we have on keyboard Ilya McKenna. Alright, so there we go. These are our names. Can we make our battle cry Rage Against the Assholes? Yeah. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how we go with that. Alright, so that is the MC notes. Boom. Can I do I save that? Is that gonna save? What's that? Save. Done. Boom. Alright. The singer, I think Charlie is kind of like the lead guitarist, also singer, you know, kind of thing. I think that kind of works because a four-piece you usually have a singer as well. Yeah. You could also switch between them. There's no reason why we have to have one Reese England. Yeah. Was there not a Reese England? Is there a Reese England already? Is there a person already called Reese England? I don't know. All right. So, out in the streets, sitting in her van, Charlie watches very, very patiently, looking out, wondering where the other members of their band are. Suddenly the phone starts to ring. Charlie picks it up. Where are you? We're about to go on. Yeah, hey, Charlie, listen, look, there's been an accident. What do you mean there's been an accident? Yeah, look, it's Reese. Yeah, you need to come to the hospital. You watch as Charlie looks at the Battle of the Band sign. She just closes her eyes. She swears, screaming up at the sign before closing the boot of her van. She throws her guitar in. As she kind of goes to close the back of the van, she kind of looks at it one last time, and she closes it. She heads into the front seat, puts her hands on the wheel, and places her head on it. The sound of the music goes dull as the gears begin to churn up on the van, and she drives out of the alleyway. As Charlie is moving away, many thoughts go through her mind. She spent so long traveling in the city, living among the people here. It's not often that moments like this happen, where she can finally cut a break. No, it's always stuff like this. It's always moments that seem to get taken from Charlie. When she first came to the city, she didn't have anything. We cut to a scene where Charlie is walking through the streets, probably about 14 years old. There's a couple of like really rough kids sitting on the stoops of various sills leading up to like these apartment complexes. You can hear the sounds of them kind of like snickering and giggling at this 14-year-old who seems to kind of walk around with like the world on their shoulders. One of the kids throws what looks to be like kind of like a half chewed on like apple in her direction, or in their direction, And as they do, they reach down, grab the apple, and throw it back. The kids start to run as Charlie makes chase afterwards. The scene cuts again, and Charlie is running through the streets, tripping over garbage, and you can hear the sounds of police sirens as they're getting closer and closer. Charlie reaches a ladder and quickly grabs up, pulling down the ladder and climbing up. As they look behind them, the cops crash into the side of what looks to be an old dumpster and begins to reach up and grab hold of the ladder. Then all of a sudden the scene changes again, and now they're in this rather hoity-toity apartment. Charlie is kind of getting out of the shower. They've got a towel wrapped around them, and they're kind of drying their hair. And you can see this kind of like really smug, crappy-looking guy dressed in like kind of almost business attire, and they seem to be talking on the phone while looking out over on the city. It's not a big apartment, but a very reasonably well-fitted apartment. Charlie tries to get their attention, but they do not seem to be paying attention. The mood changes again as they walk out, and as the door closes, the door reopens to a different scene where Charlie is looking at an apartment that is run down, miserable. There's garbage everywhere in these little plastic bags that have knots tied in them. Nothing in this apartment looks good except for the guitar case that is gathering dust in the corner. There's a small plaque written and handmade that says, "Be your own muse," that is written on the guitar case. We cut back to the hospital. There in the waiting rooms, just outside the ER, there are two individuals. The first is Sonia. Sonia is a bass guitarist for the band, the Pigeon Wranglers. She sees Charlie coming up and immediately runs over. She says, "Oh, Charlie, I'm so sorry. I know that. Yeah, look, cut all the shit. What happened? Where's Reese? What?" Ilya is over by the water cooler that is in the waiting room. She's just kind of standing by the wall. Sonia stops for a moment, and she says, "It was the Storm Chasers." "The what?" "The Storm Chasers. They found out we were playing at the Battle of the Bands." "Yeah, and what?" "They got to him. They got to Reese and..." "Spit it out!" "They burnt him. We found him in his car. We went to go pick him up, and his car was on fire. We thought that maybe they just pulled a prank or something, but oh God, Charlie, he was in it. Reese was in this car. This guy, he comes out of nowhere and smashes the window and drags him out. Oh my God. Reese, I've got to..." You watch as Charlie turns around. They pull free of Sonia's grip as Sonia tries to hold them back. As soon as this happens, suddenly the door opens, and a woman dressed in doctor's attire steps out. She says, "Are you the ones that brought in Mr. England?" Yes, we were." "Well, thankfully we've managed to save his life. He is, however, in critical condition and will need to stay for a few days for observation. I'm really sorry. The wounds that he suffered were quite severe. I'm afraid that the nature of his wounds are, of course, another concern, and the police wanted to speak with the people who were closest. I hope you don't mind. They'll be waiting for you just outside. Charlie looks around and says, Nah, I'm not talking to no cops. I'm gonna get out of here. I've gotta... So you're going to cut and run again? This snapback coming from Ilya. This is always the case. Sure, you come in, you talk to Sonia just because we let down your stupid battle of the bands. But look, we started this band together and one of our friends is in hospital and all you can think about is saving your own skin? Look, the Storm Chasers are the ones who did this. I don't know why you're mad at me. I don't know why you're getting up in my face. Alright? What are you going to do about this, huh? That's right, nothing, princess. I'll tell you what. You stay here and you give the statement to the cops, okay? I'm going to look into what happened to Reese, and I'm going to make sure those Storm Chasers know what's going to come to them if they mess with us. Sonia turns and says, Charlie, don't. No, you can't get involved. With a look of disappointment, Charlie turns and leaves. Now, we come to our first decision. Charlie is going to leave the others. But what is she going to do now? Is she going to try and escape the cops, try to find a way to outmaneuver them? Is she going to try to... maybe she will talk to the cops. Maybe she'll go outside and actually talk to them. Or is she going to do something else? Throw out your suggestions in chat. Let me know what they would like to do, and we will make that happen. Our long-standing nemesis. I hated them since I heard their name from before. Yes, absolutely. Also, by the way, thank you everyone for keeping me in check on those. I'm getting better. I'm working on it. I'm getting better. I've already made some good progress here and there. Just need to keep at it. Need to beat it into my skull. All right. Leaving the hospital. Boom. There it is. Run from the cops. Hospital. Sneak out the window. Find another exit. Alright, there we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Boom. How are we going to run as in avoid the cops? I don't like run like a maniac. Well, I mean, I've added in run like a maniac. But, you know, we got some options. We got some options to play with. Alright. So. What would we like to go with? Option A, to run out of the hospital. Basically just, well, I mean, doesn't necessarily mean sprint. Walking out, like, kind of hood up, casually try and go past the cops. Number 2, sneak out of a window. Find an exit and kind of stealth away. Or look for an alternative way to leave. Maybe a back exit or something like that. All right. It looks like we are hitting find another exit. Okay. So unless there's a huge gap that'll suddenly get closed in a few seconds, guys, roll me 2d6. Exclamation 2d6, and let's see what we attempt as we attempt to find another exit. Now, are any of our tags going to be useful? Okay. I'm going to go with a born criminal. We can add that to our list of tags. Okay, now how do I do this? Do I... Okay, so if I click on... No, that's not it. Okay, so we are going to try and sneak around. Oh, there we go. Ah. Alright, custom modifiers. Here we go. I'm sure there's a way to add the bonuses, but I'm not sure how to actually add them. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way. I'm just not sure how to apply it yet. No, I don't want to burn that. It's weird. Alright, that's fine. I will figure that out later, but yes. So we're going to add 1 for born criminal, because we can find a way to sneak around. Self-reliant. Yeah, she's kind of doing it on her own, so let's give her a 2 on that one. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, so you are going to sneak around. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we have 6. Strictly speaking, they are not under arrest. They could always go and say they need to get some stuff for an injured friend. Close documents. Yeah, that's true. Alright, we got number 2, which is Redial. Redial gets a score of 5 with our bonus of +2, brings us to 7. We scrape through by the hairs of our chinny chin chin. We have to pick one of the following. Someone unimportant notices you, but that just made them important, right? You're perceived, but only by a secondary sense. Someone picks up your scent or hears you. You must leave something important behind or be discovered. Alright, I'm going to go with someone unimportant notices us. As we are leaving to try and find an ulterior exit, we do find another exit. It is through the staff room. As the door opens and swings wide, Charlie makes their way into the next room, placing their foot by the door so that it can't close, and then slipping in. Moving into the staff area, there is a staff exit, but on their way out, one of the doctors, a janitor, notices them walking out the door. Which I guess we should add here as a story tag. Maybe. Let's see. Actually, let's go with help and hurt. Here we go. Help. Hurt. There we go. Amount 1. Oh, no. Okay, cunt. No, that's not what that is for. No, that's not what that's for. Actually, let's go with status. Here we go. Noticed. Tier 1. Boom. Pib's done. Done. Alright, so we have been slightly noticed. There it is. Boom. Look at that. We have been slightly noticed walking out. Alright. Making their way around, Charlie begins to head into towards where they parked their car. The trouble is that this is near where the entrance is, and there are indeed a number of police officers who are in the area. The next area that you need to get into will require us to sneak through. So I need another 2d6 from you guys, as we are going to continue sneaking to get to our vehicle. Now, this sneak isn't necessarily like hiding and like not being seen. This is also about just simply not being noticed. The reason for this is one of the story tags is that Charlie has an arrest warrant on them. Someone is already looking for Charlie. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any others? Or are we going with 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I'm going to roll a d8. Here we go. Alright, that is a 4. What did Charlie do? Ooh, we'll find out as we're going. 1, 2, 3, 4. C sharp TTV with a score of 6. Sneaking around with a sneaking around as a born criminal. Yeah, I like that. As well as I can't trust people. No, that's a weakness. You can't use that one. All right, born criminal. So that's a +1. So with a 6, with a +1 to a 7, again scraping through. Again, you're perceived by someone's secondary senses. So our notice is now going to go up to tier 2. One more tier, and we are going to get caught. All right. As Charlie makes their way towards the white van, they climb into the front seat. They keep their head down and pull out their keys. They begin to start the car. Come on, you piece of garbage. The vehicle begins to start, and you begin to pull out. As you do so, we're going to make one final sneak check. Now, if you guys want, we can either make the roll, or we can use the juice to automatically succeed here. If we automatically succeed here, we will not be noticed by the police, flat out. So, what do we want to do? Let's just have a look at the poll. Nice quick poll here. Alright, we're going to go for 1 minute on the clock, starting now. Alright. Do we want to use our juice and automatically succeed? Or do we want to make that roll for that final sneak check? Will the juice erase the notice tiers? Yes. Yep, that's exactly what that'll do. How many juices do we have? We have 1 juice at the moment. Juices and that are tracked up here. Actually, I'll make that a little bit bigger. Alright, looks like a lot of people saying don't use the juice. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, roll me 2d6. No, it's not an in-game drug. No, juice is like our kind of crit points. Alright, roll your 2d6, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how our sneaking goes. Okay, there we go. We got a bunch of okay, we got a bunch here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, nice. Good turnout for that roll. Let's see what we get. Alright. That is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mythical Turian. Oh, unfortunately, with a 3, there is no way around that one. With a 3, that is a failure. All right. I'm not sure what this sound is. Let's... Okay. Here we go. Throw me into this, please. No. Try again. Alright, I'm digging it. I'm getting a vibe. Alright. So, as they've pulled out the back, all of a sudden there's this crunching and crashing sound. You've dinged the car behind you. Fuck! 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 Charlie looks outside and can see that there's a cop moving towards them. Quickly spinning wheels, you turn and try to leave. As you turn and move, the van starts to go. The cop reaches out, "Hey!" and gestures trying to get you to stop, but no, well, first of all, you're not going to stop for the cops. Secondly, you have somewhere to be. You need to find those storm chasers. You need to figure out where they are now. Alright, we are going to give our Charlie a change from the notice condition to the wanted condition. And we are at tier 3, meaning that certain locations will pose a risk because they are currently looking for Charlie. All right, as Charlie makes their way down towards the downtown area once again, we now cut to a montage, a flashback scene. Charlie remembers going to high school with all of the members of the Pigeon Wranglers. At a younger age, Charlie had a full set of hair and still kind of wore, sort of the masculine attire and went by they, them. Something proudly supported and constantly talked about by the adults of her school. The only people that really allowed Charlie to get close to them were the other members of the band. Reese is there and has handed Charlie what looks to be a soft drink, but is actually kind of a small dabble of something a bit stronger that was smuggled into the school. Hey Charlie, once we get out of here, do you want to go somewhere? What do you mean go somewhere? You know, like travel. You know, ain't no getting out of here. Nah. City's kind of place that people get stuck in, not get out of. Oh, come on. I know there's somewhere you want to go. Charlie leans back in the middle of the lawn. You know, I've always wanted to go to London. I hear there's a huge music scene there. You know, my old man, he was supposed to go and play there. Was supposed to be a big-time musician. Oh, you want to see your old man? No, I don't want to see my old man. I just mean, you know, if we're going to make it anywhere. Yeah, London. That's where we're going. Oh, you must be nuts. Absolutely bombers if you think that's where we're going. Charlie smiles. She says, "Nah, mate. It's just a matter of time, that's all." Are there channel redeems? Yeah, there are channel redeems, not channel point ones. I don't know. I haven't set up the channel point ones for City of Mist, but you know, we'll work on that. All right. We flash forward now back to the van. Charlie is pulled up by the side of the road. This is the alley which still has the Battle of the Bands raging on the other side. As you approach, you make your way into the Twisted Nail. The sounds of the music rise up. The sounds of the cheering crowd, dancing on the floor, the mosh pit as people crash into one another. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Thank you, Team. Alright. As Charlie gets in, she looks around and tries to see someone of importance. She sees 3 people in particular. The bartender, a rather handsome-looking man who is polishing glass. You can see that there is the stage manager, a rather rotund and smelly individual named Lars. And lastly, you can see what looks to be a a group on the band, on this actual stage itself. This is a band called Satan's Cracker. Why not? And they're the ones playing. So, where would we like to go? What would we like to do? We are seeking the Storm Chasers here. Music is a tad loud. Thank you. I will. Alright. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Alright. Manage poll. Here we go. Okay. Who do we approach? Bartender. Lars, the stage manager. The stage. Or toilets. Why not? Or try to sneak backstage. There we go. Alright, 2 minutes on the clock. We have a variety of options here, guys. How would we like to approach? Now, we are seeking the Storm Chasers because the girls in our band said that the Storm Chasers were the ones who are likely the ones responsible for burning Reese in his car. And we are angry. We are furious. Our chances at winning the Battle of the Bands was put to rest because these guys didn't want to compete with us. Now remember, the stage manager is also pissed off because we kind of took off without performing our set. Alright. Okay, looks like we're 50-50 for the bartender. We've gotten to 56% for Lars. Alright. We could put that on the other band, though. Not our fault. It's very true. It's really taking us off. One is literally a pain in the hospital. Is it really taking off if one of us is literally in pain at the hospital? Well, that's very true. Very true. I mean, he doesn't know what's going on, so yeah, that's true. You could just try and explain yourself. But, you know, our character doesn't really go towards explaining themselves. I mean, maybe they will. You know, who knows? Plus, the bartender is handsome. The bartender is handsome. Alright, so we are going to Lars, the stage manager. Alright. Charlie moves through the crowd. It's not unfamiliar for her. Oh, sorry, for them. Sorry. The Pigeon Wranglers. There we go. Done. Forgot to do that one. Alright. It is not hard for them to be able to pass through the crowd. They've spent many years in crowded spaces like this, like small pubs and the like, making their way, past the patrons to wherever you need to go. Pushing through, Charlie makes their way over to Lars. Lars is watching from the front. Again, mentioned this big, sweaty dude, like kind of like a wife-beater shirt with what looks to be kind of like this very crummy and shitty jacket just placed over the top of it. Stains of alcohol and the like on the shirt. You know, he looks messy. He looks oily. And he has a cigarette in his mouth. As he sees you, he kind of has this withering glare over his face. He says, "No, I don't want to fucking hear it." You don't want to hear what? I haven't even said anything yet. How can you assume that about me, huh? Listen, one of my mates is currently fucking ass up in the hospital right now, okay? So I don't need any of your bullshit. It's like, whoa, fucking calm down, Charlie. Why is it always this way with you, huh? Alright? Jesus, I just mean I can't give you a set, okay? Your time slot's up. The band's fucking on, okay? We are moved on. Your time is gone. That's not what I'm here for, you big fat idiot. What the fuck do you want then? Storm chasers. They still here? Yeah, of course they're still here. They fucking think they've won the bloody thing. Why? I need to see them. I'm going backstage. Oh, like fucking hell you are. Look, Charlie, you ain't part of this show. Not no more. Okay? You just forget the fucking cover fee, okay? Keep it. Okay? It's worth at least 6 beers, and I don't give a shit about that, okay? But there's no way in hell you are interrupting my show. There's no way in hell you're getting past me and going to see the performers, and there's certainly no fucking chance you or that pissant band of yours are ever gonna play on this stage. Alright. What do we want to do, guys? As Lars puts the hard one on us. So many different choices. So many different things. It's been a hard night. Life is hard. The road is rough. Knock his ass out. Leave quietly. Up on stage. Smash. Destroy property. Yeah. Do we do things quietly? Maybe. Alright, 2 minutes on the clock. There we go. We have our suggestions. Just push past him, not knock him out. Apparently I can't say ass on my poll. Can't say ass. Yeah, it was a bit. That's a bit on the strong side, man. Just push him over. Probably too large to get up without our help. That's kind of true. Kind of true. All right. Wow. Everyone wants to just rush past him. All right. So Lars is not going to let us in without a fight. We are looking at rushing past him. All right. Cause a distraction, then try to run past. Okay, we can do a few things there. We can do. There's definitely a few odds and ends. All right, here we go. Let's go with go toe to toe. Alright, so we're going to go toe-to-toe with him and try to rush past him. What do we have to go toe-to-toe with someone? We don't really have too many. Yeah, we don't really have too many things to push past people. Alright. Here we go. Let's give it a go anyway. Alright, everyone. 2d6 as we attempt to rush past him. Going toe to toe. Alright, so that is 1, 2, thank you, redial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. So here we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Motivated Jackal with a 10. That is a critical success. That is very surprising. That is a critical success. All right. You managed to achieve your goal. Take something that they hold. Getting them good, giving your opponent a status. You block, dodge, or counter. So we had to choose 2 of these things. Now, the way that City of Mist works, which we didn't do in the prelude, is that whenever we go toe-to-toe with someone, they will get a chance to apply a condition to us. So, because we get to choose 2 actions, we can block, dodge, or counter attack, which we will counter his ability to stop us. No, a 10 or more is a critical success. Alright, so we're going to counter his attack to his attempt to stop us. Then what we're going to do is we're going to give him a status. The status is we're going to give him is off balance. We're going to basically throw this guy off balance so that he can't injure us, and we do get to keep moving. So, as Charlie says, I'd like to see you stop me, Lardas. As you go to move, Lars grabs you by the shirt. You quickly grab hold of his fist and twist his arm around. Charlie then pulls him forward, tossing his weight into one of the mosh pit people, who then think that this, guy's hit him in the back, and basically knocks Lars over as he then just gets pulled and thrown into this mosh pit. He's getting knocked left and right. He's like, "Get off me! Just go off! Stop push!" And as he's doing that, you kind of have this smirk go across your face as Charlie then runs into the backstage area. Okay. From the backstage area, the sounds of the music dull from the backstage. You can hear the sounds of people still kind of hear. You can still kind of hear the sounds of people preparing for their sets. A lot of the backstage area crew is, kind of doing their thing. As you make your way through the corridors, you see a variety of different bands. Eventually, you come to a locker room where, in the green room, you can kind of hear the sounds of the band known as the Storm Chasers. Okay, so we're going to add a couple of things here. Let's add in clues. Okay. Actually, we haven't gotten a clue, so we don't need that one yet. We need... Let's see, we need... Here, story tags. Okay. Reese has been burned alive in his car. Still alive. Okay, so that is the tag here. Actually, it's supposed to be a question. So, who burned Reese? Sonia believes that the Storm Chasers here we go. There we go. Just let me write this here for us. There we go. Sonia believes that the Storm Chasers were the ones to attack Reese in his house. We are going to confront them at the Twisted Nail Bar. There we go. Cool. I mean, burnt alive. I mean, he's burnt. Can't be burnt dead. Alright. Can't change that one there. Okay, cool. Boom. There it is. Who burned Reese? Can I move that? Nope. How do I add scene story tags in this? If anyone knows how this works, do let me know. Create scene. Nope. Nope. No idea. Okay. Still learning how this works. So beg my pardon, please. Okay. Cool. But we need to do that. Being bird dead seems perfectly yellow, to be honest. That's kind of true. It's kind of true. Charlie's definitely a hothead. No time to think things through. Okay, cool. So, the door just beyond leads into the green room where the storm chasers happen to be. All right. What do we want to do? First of all, who are the members of the storm chasers? Rival band, lead singer, guitarist, rhythm, guitarist. I don't know how to spell, but leave me alone. Guitarist, drummer, yeah, that'll do. Lead singer, guitarist, drummer. And bass guitarist. There we go, done. All right, so let's see. Their names shall be forever blazoned. Let's see, what are their names? Their names are Cyberpunk Name Generator. Here we go. Let's find out some cool names. So the bass guitarist of this band's name is... Oh, they've got such crummy names. I love it. All right. Here we go. Band member name generator. All right, here we go. All right. The bassist is Edward Gibb. The drummer is Desiree Perry, otherwise known as Fog. Wing. So they're getting these really crummy band title names. The rhythm guitarist is Gabe Hawk, who is known as Ice. Lead guitarist is Ash Dane, Ghost. And the lead singer, the main bad guy, is Bryn Colt, otherwise known as Rush, Ghost, Ice, Fog, and Wing. Ugh. I hate them. I hate them in their stupid faces. Okay. Oh, you can't see that. Oh, I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. I should have. I'll adjust the Yeah, I'll adjust the note so you guys can see it next time. My apologies. But they're down there. Trust me on this. There we go. All right. So, as Charlie gets to the door, she grits her teeth and kicks the door open with her boot. The storm chasers all look surprised, seeing Charlie there, angry and enraged. And she says, "Now which one of you assholes decided to set fire to my..." And she just starts cussing and going off and just ripping into them. At this point, I wrote this down for a reason. At this point, their lead guitarist, Ash, turns to Charlie and says, Whoa, Charlie, what are you even talking about? We've been here all night. Like fucking hell you have been. Listen, I know what you lot did, okay? I just need to know who's responsible. Otherwise, I'm going to take this out on each and every one of you. They all stand up. Now look, Charlie, we don't know what's going on, okay? If what you say is true, then you need to be at the hospital, not here. Oh yeah, I bet you'd fucking like that, wouldn't you? Huh? At this point, she sees that there's a rider on the table, like just some food and some like sweets and whatever. She basically just kicks over this huge table. Yeah, I bet you would like that, huh? For us not to be here. I don't know what you think you're up to. I don't know why you're so eager to shut us down. But not today. No. Not when we're so close. You watch as her blood temperature begins to rise. This sudden spark starts to glow out of one of the corners of her eyes. At this point, they say, "Look, Charlie, you got to get out of here, okay? You don't know what you're doing." And she says, or they say, sorry, "Like fucking hell I don't." And you watch as she then does what? Ladies and gentlemen, what do they do? What does Charlie do? Light him up. Calm down. Physically attack them. Scare the crap out of them. Suss out who is suspicious. So find out who is sus. Alright, these are our options. Guys. Wait, what? Alright, there it is. Boom. Psst, calm down. Shocking encounter. Alright. While we're doing this, guys, I want to thank you guys for being so patient with me. I do understand that the topic of gender identity is super important. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't overly comfortable with playing a non-binary character because I myself is someone who is not non-binary. I do and have always struggled with pronouns and the like, but I think that's a lame excuse, and I am now challenging myself to continue to push through until I can get it right, and I'm thanking each and every one of you for helping me become a better person by mentioning it and bringing it up as well. I'm not gonna lie, it is embarrassing. It is shameful, and I am trying my best, and I am going to keep doing this until I get it right, because that's what I should do. And I wanted to take a moment to just thank each and every one of you who are in chat, being very supportive and kind, and telling me exactly how it is, because that's what it is. It's what it is. It's how it is, and it's how it should be. So there you go. This should definitely help. Like, exactly. This should absolutely help. We got a pretty even split there. We got light them up, scare them, find out who's sus. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Why are y'all trying so hard to expand a criminal record even further? It's true. I'm open and trying. Yes, that's true. It is important to be open and trying. It is. Because I think it's worthwhile. I think it's worth the effort. It's always going to be worth the effort, especially if it helps me in my real life. Because I've done the same thing in real life as well, and it's terrible. Find out who's sus. All right. Oh wow. Okay, that was unexpected. All right. So, casting their gaze around, Charlie begins to try to figure out who among the storm chasers might be the likely culprit, the person who seems the most suspicious. All right, let's make an investigation check, please. All right, so to do an investigation check, let us roll 2d6 as we cast our gaze around the group. 2d6 to investigate. Let's go. What's going to help us investigate? I'm going to say being tough to be kind. I think that's a good one. So let's add that one. So we're going to give us a +1 on that. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we have one more for 12? All right, here we go. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scully with a 7, an 8 with our +1. All right, that is a success, meaning that because we were investigating, here we go. Because we were investigating, all right, they must give us a straight answer or give us a solid lead. On a 7 or 9, we can also choose one. Your investigation exposes you to danger. The clues you get are fuzzy, incomplete, or partially true or partially false. Whoever or whatever you're asking can ask you one question as well, and you will answer on the same terms. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go with this. As you begin to gaze down at the individual groups, you look and see one of them sweating. Edward Gibb, the bassist, seems to be sweating profusely, more than the others. You turn your attention. You know something, don't you? He's like, look. Let me get the accent right here. All right, look. It's not what you think it is, okay? I just immediately, Charlie jumps out. They grab hold of Edward by the actual collar of his shirt and lift him up off the chair and onto the wall. The other band members move away from her, from them. Damn it. What do you know? What do you know? Look, I was saying, I heard a few things just here and there about Reese. That's all. We didn't do anything, I swear. Tell me what you know. Look, there's a bloke in Chinatown. He makes deals. He makes deals for money, okay? And Reese, he was speaking to her last night. I swear, I saw him down there. And can you... He watches, he seems to be choking, and the other band members like, let him go! Let him go, he can't breathe! I'll let him go when he tells me what I want to know. Oh. The Peking Palace. As he passes out, all of a sudden the door behind you crashes open, and you see two guys in security shirts suddenly run in and charge towards Charlie. Charlie needs to make a quick getaway. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to face these guards? Are we going to run? Or are we going to try and... I don't know. I mean, we can try and hold these guys hostage. It's a bunch of different stuff we can do. Fighting security. Overpower them. Rush past. Leave with the security. All right. All right, there we go. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a security guard. Oh God, what happened? Is that all still? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, there we go. We keep these guys listening. We want a campaign, not a one-shot. Alright, looks like there's a few for rushing past this dude. Alright. I thought Lars was going to bust in. He might. Alright, looks like we're going to be rushing past. Alright, so. For this one, we are going to face the danger. Alright, so, exclamation 2d6 as we attempt to face off. Avoid the incoming attack from these guys. What can we use? Self-reliant. Let's add that. Yeah, I think just the one, I think. All right, let's give it the one. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we got a 7 here. Let's roll our D8 this time. All right. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Calendria. Hey, Calendria. With a 7. Boosted up to an 8. Which is a success. Meaning that we managed to get through, but we take a tag with a -1 tier. So, let me see if I can get this right. These guys are thugs. And the thugs have a -1 impact. And the -1 impact is... Alright, restrained 1. So that is our new status. All right, there we go. So we are restrained 1, which is not enough to stop us, thankfully. All right. So we push back, and they manage to pull on some of our clothes and grab onto our arms. We've managed to pull free and continue to rush out. Making our way towards the back entrance, you kick open what looks to be the fire escape, and naturally when the fire escape gets kicked open, you suddenly hear this as the alarm suddenly just starts blaring. The sound of the music begins to fade away as you make your way into the streets. The words of Edward stick into your mind. The idea of these deals that were being made. What was Reese doing with this guy? Let's add this here. Edward Gibb, the bassist of the Storm Chasers, saw Reese talking with a shady dealer in Chinatown at a restaurant. What do we call the restaurant? I can't remember it. I literally named it 2 seconds ago. This something. All right. Thank you. Nice fire alarm. The Peking Palace. All right, cool. So we've updated our story tag. Done. All right. Out into the streets, you go and head towards your van. However, unfortunately, your van is currently being inspected by what looks to be 2 police officers. However, they don't quite appear to be police officers. The men in question seem to be wearing grey suits, grey hats, and wear gloves that are latex. They have torches and guns holstered to their hips. But they definitely look like, authorities of some kind. You've never seen these blokes before. Who are these geezers? What are they doing with my van? They look like trouble. A lot of trouble. What should we do? Should we wait for them to pass? Maybe go for the van? Should we attack them? Should we leave the van and go somewhere else? All right, there we go. Poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. We can walk. The van's probably a little messed up from that hit and run at the hospital. Yeah, that's true. The back is pretty dented. All right. It's pretty close. Leaving the van or waiting for them to leave? you can't hear the music? Maybe it's a bit soft. Hold on, let me... How's that? Is that better? Alright, looks like we are going to try and wait them out. Could be a bit tiny more louder. Alright, there we go. Alright, done. Alright, we are going to attempt to wait for them to leave. For that, we are going to try and make stealth checks, if we may. So, 2d6, and let's see if we can ride them out. The security guards pretty much come out of the building, but they do not go very far at all. They basically just pop their head out, look and realize that they've gone to the streets, and they do not follow any further. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nemo is lost with a 4. Alright, unfortunately, failing a sneak check. Alright, if it fails, we are noticed. Okay. Now, the individuals that notice you look very much like this. Just bear with me for 2 seconds while I get the artwork together. All right. There it is. Boom. All right, and hopefully that should now be done. File, save that. Boom. All right. Now, guys, this is how quick you can actually make things in Hero Forge. I need a guy. And boom, there he is. Look at that. I think that's pretty on point. What do you reckon? Guy in a gray suit. I mean, I haven't done him properly. I'll add stuff like the latex gauntlet and things like that, but I think that's a good start. All right. All of a sudden, one of the men in grey turn and seem to notice. He gestures at his partner, who then looks in your direction. Excuse me. Can we have a word? Is this your van? There's a moment of panic that kind of sweeps up. This guy, I mean, yeah, what does he want with my van? What does he want with me? Stay, run, fight. Boom. There it is. We've just got a few questions for you, Charlie. That's all. Charlie? How does this guy know my name? You get a bad feeling about this. Uh-oh, indeed. All right. It looks as though we might be staying. The two men in gray suits walk side by side next to each other towards you. You stay put. Hands shaking nervously. I don't know you, mate, okay? And Charlie's only what my friends call me. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. What would you have us call you? Well, it depends on why you want me. I'm a little bit busy right now, okay? And I don't have time to fuck around with suits. We have the condition hostile to rich people. I don't know if they'd be interpreted as rich folk, but I think Charlie might interpret them that way. It's just kind of in the mid ground here. Cute. No, yes. I'm sure you're very busy, Charlie, but we really should talk. Some things have come to our attention that we need to make sure are adequately taken care of. Plus, it seems as though your ride isn't getting you anywhere. Maybe we could give you a lift. At this point, Charlie considers their options. We could convince him to give us a ride. We could probe him more for information as to what they want. We could potentially... Let's see, what can we do here? Because if we want to stay... Gray suits. Probe for information. Flirt. Convinced to give us a ride. A ride to Chinatown. Talk here. Go with them. Alright, that's a good choice. Those are good choices. There we go. Look around in case there's more of them. I'd happily say that that Charlie would look around. There does not seem to be more of them. Just the two suits. The one talking and the other one who's remaining very quiet. Do we see any traces of rift on them? The rift is more like if we see powers being used, we can recognize them. But no, these guys don't seem to. These guys don't seem to display any powers or the like. Okay. 100% vote is Nemo's, definitely. Probably. All right. So. Listen, mate. Anything you've got to say, you can say here in front of me, all right? Ain't no way I'm getting in a car with complete strangers I've never met before. You hear me? I understand. And, of course, we simply wish to ask you to join us in a more comfortable setting. If you're worried, then he looks around and he says, how about a cup of coffee? You look over the road and you can see a small diner. It is not the same diner as Francis was in. Actually, you know what? Why not? Let's go to Big Mom's. Big Mom's Diner. As you look over, you can see that the diner is filled with a few interesting, a few people, right? So it's not empty. That's the important bit. As you make your way over, you agree. All right, coffee. But that's it, okay? None of your funny business. Of course. You walk across the road and are seated at a small table. At this point, a very, very lovely and daughtery woman walks and approaches, offering you a cup of coffee. You happily have a black coffee poured for you, as do the two gentlemen who sit opposite side of you to where the booth is. So, you know my name, but I don't know yours. Oh well, pardon my manners. You can call me Patrick, and this is my associate. His name is Simon. Alright, Patrick and Simon. What exactly do you want with me? Well, that's the 411. Oh, that's the question of the day. You see, Miss, Charlie. Do you know what a rifter is? Your eyes go wide. Then they readjust. Nah, do tell. What is this rifter you're talking about? Well, rifters are a menace to society. You see, they're people who are merely pawns in the shape of humans that walk around society losing sight of what is real. People who walk around the city using powers, extraordinary powers, albeit, under the belief that the world around them is half asleep. That people without these powers are sleepers. What they don't like to admit is that there are people out there who aren't quite as docile as they've been led to believe. And some may know even more than the people who claim themselves to be in the know, as it were. That's a really fancy story, Mr. Suit. But I don't see what it has to do with me. Well, it has everything to do with you. You see, there are sleepers out there who can tell when someone's mythos, as they are colorfully called, have started to get out of hand. And that's where we come in. You see, we've been tracking a rifter that's been operating in your area, and it's really strange, as we have found most of the incidences that have pertained to the sight of a very uniquely dressed individual at the same site as many of these readings and calls happen to be also the paths that you happen to take if I may, what were you doing a few hours ago? You wouldn't have to have been at a hospital in the downtown city area. Yeah, I was visiting a friend. He got in an accident, alright? What's it to you? Well, you see... Oop. Let me try it again. Thank you. Much better. Well, what's it to me is that at the same time that you were visiting the hospital, a man was found buried alive in the car park of that very same hospital. In fact, that very same man was found buried alive with his head in his hands and stomach filled with stones. Very peculiar indeed. Several hours of security footage was also scrubbed from those various cameras around the facility, and including into the staff areas, in which the showers themselves all mysteriously turned on and filled the staff showers with searing hot water and bright lights. Now, you wouldn't happen to know anything about this, would you now, Charlie? Well, of course I fucking don't. How would I know anything about that? Well, when the footage finally came to, there was one person spotted leaving the staffing area that wasn't actually a member of staff. That was this footage. He pulls out his phone and slides it across the table, and there is a picture of Charlie leaving out of the back entrance. In addition, we have people that have corroborated that you were actually where you shouldn't have been around the time of the incident in question. So my question to you, Charlie, is what were you doing at the hospital? Look, I fucking told you, okay? I was just visiting a friend. You can look him up. His name's Reese, okay? Yes, we know of your bandmate Reese, who had recently suffered a terrible accident. An accident in which his car ignited? Yes, we got notes on that too. No catalyst or fuel was found at the scene of the crime. In fact, it almost seemed as though the source of the ignition didn't come from the car or the petrol tank or even an external source. It was almost as if, and I quote, it was almost as if the victim himself had simply begun to combust. Cited by Dr. Monica Leosin. Now that is odd, isn't it? The same day that a mysterious person that seems to manifest a very phenomenal ability seems to also be a friend of yours, at the same time that a bunch of mysterious happenstances surrounding your arrival at the hospital occur. Very odd indeed. Look, are you going to arrest me or something, alright? Because I don't have all day, and I don't know what to say, okay? You think I set my own friend on fire? For what? For fucking giggles? You are disgusting. Ma'am, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this. And sometimes there are those people with great power that don't quite understand how it's wielded. I would understand completely if you had only just acquired these supernatural skills. And what were you going to do with it? How were you to know? Maybe you tried to jumpstart his car when he was having some trouble. Maybe you were trying to light a cigarette on fire. Or hell, maybe you simply sneezed too loud and blew the poor boy's brains all over the car. At this point, Charlie slams her hand. At this point, Charlie slams their hands down on the table and raises to her feet, points in his face and says, "Don't fucking call me ma'am, and there's no fucking way! At this point, everyone in the diner stops and looks. The coffee spills from the table and pours to the ground. I think that's all the questions we have for you for now. But don't leave town. We'll be in contact. Like fucking hell you will. You stay away from me. You stay away from my friends. Yeah, I know a cop when I know a cop when one's sitting in front of me, and you two, you're not cops. And I don't know where you get off on this high and mighty charade you're trying to pull on me, but it's not going to work here. It's not flying, and I'm not buying. So if you want to know exactly how dangerous people can be, I don't need magic powers to fuck your day, mate. And Charlie gets up, moves out, and leaves. The two gentlemen in grey look at each other. Yes, no, I know. You don't have to say it. It's a live wire, that one. But I don't think she's I don't think they are the ones we're looking for. We have to keep a weather eye out. I think trouble is brewing, and if Charlie's not at the center of it all, then they might be in as much danger as their friend. I'll call headquarters. You keep an eye. And at this point, Charlie heads back to the van, opens up the boot, takes their guitar, and begins to head to Chinatown. This mystery has only just begun. But who is playing who? And what future lies ahead for our punk rock electric guitarist and her friends? All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. I hope you guys had fun. Once again, thank you, everyone, for your patience with me and my butchering of a non-binary character. It will get better. It will definitely get better. I do promise you. But thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you guys had fun. Did you guys enjoy the story here? We had a beginning of Charlie at a battle of the bands. Finding out, of course, that Reese, our drummer, had been burned alive in his car for some reason. We thought it was the one of the competitive bands, but found out that Reese had been meeting with clandestine, shady people in Chinatown. And then we got confronted by these guys in gray suits. What a great start to a freaking adventure! This is going to be absolutely amazing. This is, like I said, this is just the beginning. We're going to try and go for 12 games. For at least each of the series as they were, and then see if we want to continue with this character or move on to a different one. In any case, guys, we'll be back next week. We'll continue the Tales of City of Mist. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys want any further information, head on over to our Discord. The chat is freaking live over there. We do love hanging out and meeting with you guys. And of course, I am very responsive. This is your game. This is your adventure. So NPCs, character ideas, story ideas, I'm reading it like it's freaking hungry. And yeah, that's part of it. If I find something I like, chances are I will 100% put it in the game as well. Maybe even make a Hero Forge mini. So yeah. Throw out your ideas. Throw out all stuff. Go hang out in the Discord. And, of course, guys, really quickly, thank you to, of course, Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks that you can see on screen, as well as sponsoring this show. Guys, Hero Forge is a great place. Go check out and go play. Go subscribe to their freaking pro subscription. It is dirt cheap. It's like $50 for a year subscription to Hero Forge. And you can make tokens. You can use the artworks like this. You can do a whole bunch of cool stuff as well. And then get your stuff printed out, or even 3D print them yourself. Lots of cool ways to engage with that wonderful product. And lastly, A big thank you to you guys in the audience. Thank you to Petiola and Sumgen who donated to today's stream. As I mentioned, guys, this adventure, I want to keep us going. I want to keep this Twitch Tales-esque inspired adventure running. But to do that, I need you guys. I need your help. Because ultimately I'm trying to turn my channel and turn some of my shows into sponsor-free content, meaning that we do what we want when we want, and we tell the stories that we want to tell, and it all comes down to you. So thank you so much for all of your support. There is so much love in the community, and you guys are absolutely amazing. We are now going to go and pass on the love, pass on our raid further downstream. Let's see, where do we wish to go? Who is doing stuff? Who is doing stuff right now? I think Mendari's doing stuff. But we always raid Mendari. Is anyone else doing stuff? Who is new in the scene? Is there any cool people? Let's see. Ooh, Lazy GM's doing stuff. We do love Lazy GM. RPG Dinosaur Bob. You know what? Dino Bob is freaking awesome. I love Dino Bob, and we have not gone and hung out with him and his fam. Guys, Dinosaur Bob is a wonderful, wonderful world builder, and we have met a few times. We've done some cool things. Right now, World Anvil is currently embarking on their summer camp thing, which is where they're making a bunch of really, really cool stuff for World Anvil summer camp. Like, you know, they're doing world building, they're doing writing prompts and stuff like that. So if you guys want to do world building, guys, go check out World Anvil. Go look at the, what? Did I do the thing? Yes, there it is. Boom. Go to the thing. Go check out World Anvil because it's a great product. It's a great way to keep all of your notes for, like, your RPG content and stuff. And, yeah, go check out what Dino Bob's doing because that is, that's kind of like one of the things. You kind of, writing together, I think, is one of the best ways to actually do some world building. So, yeah, give him a follow. Give him the love. Throw out all the raid emotes. And, guys, till we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.